Hello, this is Eve Starr with Eve Starr Fiber Arts, sharing my ongoing Ozark Odyssey with everyone. This is April 9th, 2018. Oh, we have a very rare airplane up there. It's usually very quiet here in the Ozarks from Mountain View, Arkansas. And the light at this time of day is so magical that you can't describe it and you can't convey it. Oh, this plane is going to photobomb. Hold on. Yeah, it's just a little plane. Anyway, sorry about that. The light at this time of day is something that you can't describe and you can't convey in a snapshot. You have to see all the layers of light, like the weeping willow with all the different greens and golds behind it, and the sky, all the blues, the russets. Okay. Ah, isn't that beautiful? We finally are getting some springtime weather after a kind of crazy long winter with a few cold fronts like everybody else, kind of late. But we've got stuff blooming. Hang on, I'll show you what's going on. Right there you're looking at wood violets that I moved from the yard over to the edge last year to see if they would go to seed and come back up, and they did. So that was exciting. And then we see hostas just pushing their little heads up. They're all rolled up when they come out of the ground. And then they start to do this, and they open up. And the hostas on the side of the house don't do quite as well as the ones underneath because I think they get a little too much sun. Hostas like their shade. And here's a nice big columbine that's very happy. Here's a mugwort outside of the bed where it doesn't belong. This has been the best year we've had for bleeding hearts. I think they doubled and the roots spread around over the winter, and when I ripped out some things that were taking up too much space. And here we have something called Jerusalem bells, I believe. And I reseeded some Solomon's seal from another part of the yard. I collected the little fruits that came out on them. They look like olives. And I planted those here last winter and last fall, I guess. And that worked. They came up. And we'll take a quick look at the hostas here. These do beautifully under the porch here. They don't get direct sun, but it's bright all day. And they're real happy until sometimes the snails get excited in there. And we've got a swallow's nest right up above me that was active last year and it's active this year. I don't know if it'll show up on the video, but the mama yells at me when I come close to here. Hang on. And to wrap up, I'll do a quick pan of what's going on around the pond. Finally found out today from a friend that these are sycamore trees, which I kind of should have guessed because they like to be right next to this pond here. But he's a fellow Ohioan, it turns out. Grew up pretty near where I did. And we had a lot of the same flora and fauna there, and he felt the same way, that coming here to Mountain View was kind of like going home, where we grew up. He and his wife are moving here from Maine. They just got here recently with their mom, Ann. And so just like me, he felt like it was nice to get back to a place that had familiar plants and things. And back here he saw some sassafras trees. I have to find those. I don't know if they're vines or trees. I have to find out. I always thought they were vines, but maybe they're a tree. Here we've got the violets growing in the lawn. Trying not to step on too many of them. And then we've got the armadillo holes. See those? Here's one right here. And then the deeper ones are from the deer. And I'll show you what the deer is doing to my lilies. You see that flat spot right there where all of my lilies have just come up? Last year, a mama deer lay in here with their babies every night. And it's close to the deer feeder right there. But for some reason, the mama deer liked to come in here, and they laid on a tree over there, and it grew all crooked just from their body laying on it all spring. So they're doing that to my lilies now. Here we have some daylilies coming up. And then I've got a whole bunch of irises. And here are some more daylilies. Here we have peonies coming up, a lot more than we've had before. We got some late rains, so maybe we've got some extra ones coming up. So I'm hoping those will do well this year. And there's the last of the grape hyacinths down there. And I'm not sure what this is. That's a surprise. Get a lot of those here. Whatever this little red thing is that's popping up, I'm not sure what that is. And here are my beautiful Japanese maples. I hacked back a lot of the bushes that were in here that got too big, the forsythia and the other stuff, to give the Rose of Sharon, to give the Japanese maples some room to get some sun. It was a tough decision to make, but to me, it's all about these two, and they were just hidden every summer. By midsummer, everything else had grown taller and completely blocked it out. So I'm going to try to keep that from happening this year. And then over here, try not to pan too fast, we've got the crabapple trees, which have done very well this spring. And then we have 2 new sycamores over here. And chickens are doing great, but that's another video. And then I'll just finish up by sharing the beautiful sky. And over here we've got the greenhouse, which I got to use this year. And then see all those golds and greens, and I hope it comes out in the video. I'm going to try to get an actual camera, especially for my how-to videos, so that they're nice and clear. And there are my beautiful sycamore trees. Love them. So I've got a lot of ideas about some tapestry weaving, trying to do my trees in a 3D with needle felting and some other techniques. So be watching for those, and if that works out well, I'll do some how-to tips on those. I gotta try them out and perfect just tweak them and make sure that I've got it down before I try to show you how to do it. So that's the 360 of my little Ozark homestead. So from me and the chickens and the chalet malay, see y'all soon.